You know, I love stories. I love journeys. That's what's so great about sports, and particularly the NFL. Journeys make the athlete, and sometimes the journeys make the athlete a Hall of Famer. Okay? First time I ever laid eyes on DK Metcalf was at the Combine. I'm in the booth. It's 2 Februarys ago, 2019. And Daniel Jeremiah is sitting on my right. He says to me when I first got to Indianapolis, wide receiver group's great. Wait till you see the kids from Ole Miss. Wait till you see A.J. Brown. And wait till you see his teammate who looks like he's in a human bat suit. A human bat suit is what he said about DK Metcalf. Now, DK Metcalf came in with a medical issue. He was a redshirt sophomore who decided to leave Ole Miss after a neck injury ended his final season there. After just 26 receptions and 5 touchdowns in 7 games, he suffers a neck injury, and that's it, and he decides to leave and go into the draft. So when you hear that he was, the 8th receiver taken in the draft, that's part of the reason why. Okay? Ninth. When there's 8 receivers taken, it's part of the reason why. But then I watched him work out. And the kid ran a 4.33 40. And he had 27 reps of 225 in the weight room that topped all wide receivers. A vertical jump of 40.5 inches and a broad of 11 feet 1 inch. I mean, he just jumped out of the building. And so, Jack Andrade, one of the top researchers in all the land, he hands me a card that I tweeted out on the spot that his 4.33 40 was the fastest by anybody who weighed 225 or more. And there's the date. I first laid eyes on DK Metcalf. March 2nd, 2019. Look at the other names on this list. His teammate, Shaquem Griffin. Okay. Saquon. Look at the name at the bottom of the list. Calvin Johnson. Put a pin in that. And the thing, again, with DK Metcalf, it's about what beats inside, too. He's got that bat suit, right? Beats inside. The video that we then ran on NFL Network, let's put it up, Don. I don't know who he was talking to, his family, I imagine, crying. This is a kid who thought his neck injury would end his career, and he's like, I'm going to leave school, and I believe in myself. I believe in myself, and I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to leave school. I'm going to go to Combine. I'm going to kill it. And sometimes, though, you need to find the right spot, too. You got to have football lady luck smile on you, too. And to wind up in the spot where the coach says, always compete. Doesn't matter where we draft you. You compete, you're in there. The quarterback, Russell Wilson, is the personification of Pete Carroll's always compete. Personification of it. And now here comes DK Metcalf into that organization. And 2 years in, he is a revelation. A revelation. He is amazing. He is top 5. He's up there with DeAndre Hopkins and anybody else you think is top 5. He is a number 1 wide receiver. And, Tyler Lockett has times where he could be one too, but that's the guy right there. That's the man beater. That's the guy who can be physical. That's the guy who's got the heartbeat. And that's the guy you do not walk up to before the game and give him any reason to hang on to something, as apparently Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles, did last night.
It was just at the right time, right place. It's kind of like coming home, a place that had a chance to draft me, but, they didn't. So, I got to make them pay. I still got work to do. One of the defensive coaches came up to me, and it kind of made me mad that he was like, I was in Detroit with Megatron, but you're not there yet. In my mind, I'm not trying to be Megatron. I'm trying to be me. So, had a little chip on my shoulder the whole game.
Was that Jim Schwartz?
Yes, sir.
Now then, Jim Schwartz might have been like, if he comes up to him and he goes, "You're not Megatron yet, but keep trying, kid," or like, "Hey, you're great. You've been terrific. You're not. I was around Megatron. I was a head coach in this league once. I was around Megatron. You're not there yet, but keep going." Thinking that he's there with one of the young guys and mixing it up. Or he could have been like, hey, man, I was around Megatron and you look like him. I mean, you still have a little ways to go, but he could have been that way about it.
That's what he told John Clark of CBS, NBC in Philadelphia.
Might have been that way about it. But DK Metcalf is literally, as you can see, like an Arya Stark figure. He's got a bunch of people on his list who passed up on him, and Philadelphia is one of them. I would just note to all coaches in the league, opposing teams, stay away from him. Just stay away from him because he is a unique individual that is just a vacuum for anything that he could use to his benefit against you. Stay away from him.
Valor Margolis.
Okay. And his Twitter game, too. It's like Jordan, right? From The Last Dance. Did you see what he tweeted out today? About what John Clark tweeted about what you said that Jim Schwartz said he meant to say?
Yeah.
And I took that personally. It's the Jordan meme from The Last Dance.
Yeah.
And in case you're wondering where Megatron might come from or anything like that, this is why you watch this show. If you don't mind pounding the show's chest a little bit here, you saw what he did on the last night of November. Last night, DK Metcalf, right? With the whole Megatron stuff. Last day of August, Greg Olsen came on this show, fresh to the Seattle Seahawks, and said this right here.
DK Metcalf is really, really,
yeah.
He's special. I'll tell you what, I knew from afar he was good. Now seeing him and watching him grow and develop, I mean, he has a chance to be, I don't like throwing around superlatives and comparisons, but, you're talking like a Calvin Johnson type guy, big, fast, aggressive. He's got a ways to go to obviously reach what Calvin achieved, but from just an approach standpoint, every day he wants to learn. Every day he's trying to figure out ways to improve his game. And then physically he checks every box you've ever thought of for wide receivers.
Physically he checks every box you ever thought of for wide receivers. Yeah. By the way, note to everyone else, that's the way you bring up Megatron around DK Metcalf. So just to put a pin in all this, just to put a button on all this, I like coming up with nicknames around here.
Oh, good.
Oh, don't worry. I think I got a good one here.
Well, Rich, I've heard that line many times.
Hold on a second. He needs a nickname.
Oh, he doesn't.
He does.
DK, that's it.
Okay, that's fine.
He's
that's
initials.
Fine. I get it. But I only know one speed here, and I'm undaunted. Call me like the Doug Peterson. I'm banging my head against the wall. Nicknames of the Carson Wentz. I'm the Doug Peterson here. Okay. I will not go with Metatron. You can't do it.
No.
Okay, because he doesn't want that comparison. He says he's being himself. You don't want that.
Oh, no. I'm so worried.
No. I think this is a good one.
I really want to.
I think this is guys, I really think this is a good one. DK Metcalf is the human chunk play. That's what he is. The human chunk play. That's what he is. How many receivers you see? Here it is, 3 yards for you. He averaged 17 yards a catch last night.
Chunk?
But he is the human chunk play.
Rich, I know you've only seen Goonies one time, but Chunk is a little fat kid.
Yeah.
DK is anything but fat.
This is a football play.
It's like calling the tall dude
tiny. Human chunk play.
I know, but...
I don't care. Human big play? I don't know. Big play DK?
How about just
what do?
DK? That's who he is.
The human bat suit kind of works.
What he is a revelation. And
Look at that guy, man.
He is maybe the receiver version of Russell Wilson. Coming in, overlooked, gets the coach who's like, always compete. You go be you. Go take it. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.